So, Maya, I have to ask, how many times this morning did you look at your calendar and wish it was still Saturday morning?
At least 5 times, Jacob. My brain is still in weekend mode, but my coffee is telling me it's Monday.
I feel that. Welcome back to American English Explained, everyone. I'm Jacob, the guy who usually has a plan that changes every 5 minutes.
And I'm Maya, the one who usually has a plan and actually sticks to it. If you're a B1 or B2 learner looking to break through your plateau and reach that C1 level, you're in the right place. Today, we're tackling the most common Monday morning conversation. How was your weekend?
We're going to give you the real-life vocabulary to describe your Saturday and Sunday, whether you're team stay at home or team let's go. Here's our roadmap. Part 1, the dialogue. Maya and I are going to share our very different weekend stories, full of some pretty shocking and funny moments.
So hit that subscribe button and let's dive in. Jacob, I'm going first today because my Saturday was a masterclass in wellness, while yours, well, I saw your Instagram stories.
Okay, I'm ready. Tell us about your Zen Saturday. Did you actually wake up at 6 a.m. without an alarm?
Actually, 5:30 a.m. I started with my morning ritual. I don't touch my phone for the first hour. I just sit with my thoughts for a 20-minute meditation. It helps reduce my cognitive load for the rest of the day. Then I spent some time journaling and planning my day. It's my way of being a practitioner of mindfulness.
5:30 a.m.? Maya, that's not a ritual, that's a sacrifice. What about breakfast? Was it just green juice?
No, I had a massive avocado toast with poached eggs. But the real highlight was the afternoon. My friends and I went to this high-end spa. We were sitting in the sauna, feeling so relaxed, when suddenly the fire alarm went off. We had to run out into the street in our white robes and slippers.
No way. Did you see anyone you knew?
Yes, I saw my old high school English teacher. Imagine standing on a busy sidewalk in a bathrobe trying to explain why you didn't do your homework 15 years ago. It was so awkward.
That is peak comedy. Did you manage to recover after that?
I did. I went to a local bookstore to find some soul food. I picked up The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I've heard it's a total page-turner, and a beautiful hardback of Atomic Habits, because I love a good self-help book. Then a quiet dinner with my family, some jazz music, and I was in bed by 10 p.m. It was pure bliss.
Wait, you were in bed by 10 p.m. on a Saturday? That is practically a crime in some countries. But let me guess, Sunday was another low-key day of sitting with your thoughts?
Not even close, Jacob. On Sunday, the Zen Maya disappeared, and Sergeant Maya took over. I woke up, looked at my guest room, and decided I couldn't live in a museum of 1990s clutter anymore. My mother has been staying with me, and she is what we call a sentimental hoarder.
Oh, I know the type. Does she still have every birthday card you've received since 1998?
Worse, she had a collection of vintage, which really means broken, household items in the back of the closet. I spent 4 hours decluttering. I was throwing away old kitchen gadgets and decorations like a woman possessed. I found a toaster from 2004 that she kept because the cord might be useful for parts one day. I told her, Mom, we aren't engineers, it's an eyesore.
I bet that was a fun conversation. Was she persuasive enough to save anything?
She tried. She fought for a porcelain cat that was missing an ear, but I stood my ground. Eventually, we made a deal. Out with the old, in with the new. We decided to hit the road and head to the big home market to find some modern decorations.
The big home market on a Sunday? Maya, you're braver than I am. That place is a jungle.
It was total chaos. We were weaving through aisles of lamps and rugs. Every time I picked up something simple and minimalistic, my mom would find something with glitter or flowers on it. I had to keep telling her, we're going for a Scandi chic look, not grandma's attic. We finally settled on some beautiful linen curtains and ceramic vases. By the time we got home and organized everything, I was completely wiped, but the house finally feels like it can breathe again.
Well, you certainly made the most of it. My weekend was the complete opposite. Saturday morning, I didn't meditate. I was at the gym by 7 a.m., crushing a leg day. Then I went for a 5-mile run. My legs felt like jelly, but the endorphin rush was worth it.
And then you went to your second home, right? The garage?
Exactly. You know I'm obsessed with my car. I spent 4 hours at the detailing center. I'm talking a full hand wash, wax, and interior vacuuming. I even bought some new carbon fiber parts for the engine. When she's clean, she looks like she just rolled off the showroom floor. But then the unreal part happened.
Oh no, what happened to the car?
I pulled out of the detailing center feeling like a king. I stopped at a red light and a flock of birds, I'm talking like 50 birds, decided that my freshly waxed hood was the perfect place for a bathroom break. I was devastated.
Oh, Jacob, that is the definition of bad luck. All that work gone in seconds.
I just sat there staring through the windshield. I had to go right back to the car wash. It was a total fiasco. But I made the most of it. I ended up meeting another car enthusiast there, and we spent the afternoon talking about torque and horsepower. So a win is a win, I guess.
Wait, let me get this straight. You spent all day detailing your car, a flock of birds used it as a target, and you call meeting a guy to talk about torque a win? Jacob, you are the definition of spontaneous. I would have been wiped out by the stress alone.
Hey, like we said in the last episode, you have to make the most of it. Besides, I needed a vent, so I met up with some friends for dinner at this legendary Chinese restaurant downtown. We didn't plan it, we just went there on a whim.
Oh, I love that place. But let me guess, did you try to be persuasive and order the extra spicy mapo tofu again?
Guilty as charged. We ordered a massive spread, dim sum, kung pao chicken, and the dragon's breath tofu. One of my friends, who thinks he can handle heat, took a giant bite and turned the color of a fire engine. He couldn't even decipher the menu anymore because his eyes were watering so hard. The waiter just shook his head and brought him a gallon of milk. It was a total fiasco, but hilarious.
That is classic. Nothing says weekend like a spicy food emergency. But what about Sunday? Did you actually manage to do your morning rituals, or did the spicy tofu win?
I'm team let's go, remember? I hit the pavement for a 6 a.m. morning run to clear my head, then crushed a session at the gym. I had to be in top form because Sunday was a massive milestone, my mom's 60th birthday.
Happy 60th to her. That's a huge one. Did you get her something special, or did you just give her a car wax voucher?
Very funny. No, I actually ran errands all morning to find the perfect gift. I went to a boutique jeweler and bought her this stunning gold necklace with a small sapphire. It was a bit intimidating looking at the prices, but she deserves the best. Then I hit the road to my parents' house for the big bash.
A 60th birthday party with your relatives? That sounds like a lot of cognitive load for one afternoon.
It was high energy. We invited everyone, aunts, uncles, cousins from out of town. The nostalgia was hitting hard when we started looking at old photos. The shocking moment? My 75-year-old great-uncle Bernie decided to show everyone he could still do the moonwalk after 2 glasses of punch. He almost took out the birthday cake.
Uncle Bernie sounds like a legend. I bet your mom loved the necklace, though.
She did. She actually got a bit emotional. After the party wound down, I drove back to my apartment feeling completely wiped. I took a freezing cold shower to reset my system and was asleep before my head even hit the pillow. It was a low-key end to a very high-key weekend.
A cold shower after a 60th birthday party? You are a braver man than I am, Jacob. But honestly, that's the beauty of the weekend, isn't it? Whether you're decluttering an eyesore of a guest room or watching your uncle moonwalk near a birthday cake, it's these real-life moments that stay with us.
Exactly. And for everyone listening, that is the secret. When you talk about your weekend, don't just say, "It was fine." Tell the story of the spicy tofu or the bird poop fiasco. Those are the details that make you sound like a C1 speaker, not just someone reading from a textbook.
So, before we wrap up, we want to hear from you. What was the highlight of your weekend? Did you have a low-key stay-at-home Saturday, or were you hitting the road like Jacob? Drop a comment below. It's the best way to practice your output.
All right, it's time to shift gears. We used some pretty advanced, high-flavor English today. Let's head over to the vocabulary vault to make sure these words become part of your permanent collection.
1. Cognitive load, meaning the total amount of mental effort being used in your working memory. Example: I try to meditate in the morning to reduce my cognitive load before a busy day of meetings.
Number 2. Wiped. Extremely tired, completely exhausted. After cleaning the entire house and shopping for furniture, I was absolutely wiped.
3. Declutter, meaning to remove unnecessary items from an untidy or overcrowded place. Example: I need to declutter my desk. I can barely find my keyboard under all these papers.
Number 4. Eyesore. Something that is very ugly or unpleasant to look at. Example: that abandoned building covered in graffiti is a real eyesore in our neighborhood.
5. On a whim, meaning doing something suddenly and spontaneously without any previous planning. Example: we were bored, so we decided to drive to the coast on a whim just to see the sunset.
Number 6. Fiasco. A complete failure, often in a way that is embarrassing or ridiculous. Example: the surprise party was a total fiasco because the birthday girl arrived 2 hours early.
7. Decipher, meaning to succeed in understanding or interpreting something that is difficult to read or make sense of. Example: it took me a few minutes to decipher the handwritten directions on the back of the napkin.
Number 8. Nostalgia. A sentimental longing or affection for the past. Example: hearing that old song from high school filled me with a sudden sense of nostalgia.
9. Endorphin rush, meaning a feeling of intense happiness and energy caused by chemicals released in the brain during exercise. Example: there's nothing like the endorphin rush you get after finishing a long morning run.
Number 10. Low-key. Quiet, relaxed, and not intended to attract much attention or excitement. Example: we're having a low-key celebration for my birthday, just dinner with a few close friends.
11. High-Octane, adjective, C1, meaning very powerful, energetic, or exciting. Example: Jacob had a high-octane Sunday morning at the gym.
Number 12. Tinkering. Verb, B2. Meaning attempting to repair or improve something in a casual way. Example: he spent all afternoon tinkering with the engine in his garage.
So, what about you guys? Are you team declutter or team tinkering like Jacob? And that is a wrap on episode 15. You now have the hardware and the software to talk about your life like a pro.
Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm Jacob, she's Maya, and we'll see you in episode 16.
Bye, everyone. Make the most of your week.